This is the Realty Classroom Podcast, episode number 30.
Welcome to the show that focuses on helping real estate agents build a bulletproof business plan so that they can sell more properties in less time and live a more fulfilled life.
Are you a real estate agent with an entrepreneurial spirit who wants to turn your job into a business without sacrificing your lifestyle, but you just can't seem to find the right plan to help you get there? Well, then you're definitely in the right place. Hey, I'm Danny Griffin, the founder of the Realty Classroom and the host of this podcast. And to help you take immediate action to build a better real estate agent business, I've created a free jumpstart course for all you veterans and you rookies over at freeagentgift.com. It's a good wireframe. Go over there and take that course. It'll help a lot. So let's get started. In this episode, I want to talk about developing a growth mindset and business. I know you're thinking to yourself, what are you talking about? We all want to grow, and that's what we're trying to do. Well, not necessarily so, and especially for you top producers, lean in here because I'm one of you, and I caught myself doing this too. You see, the first point here is that we have to have an awareness that your business is a manifestation of how you think. Think about that. For all of us small business folk, that's exactly what this is. We have this dream. I call it the North Star, right? You can see it way out there in the sky. There's a dream that you're going to own this small business and you're going to be your own boss and everything's going to go your way. And I like it. I think that's right. I think that's what makes the world go round is that small business people, we call it the backpack people, right? We throw our ideas and our low-tech tools in a backpack, and we take off in the direction of the North Star. I love it. But you have to become aware that you're thinking about it a very particular way, that you as an individual are seeing it. And the way that you see it is through this lens that you've developed over your entire life. In other words, you see your life through your own self-image. So the way that you understand yourself is the way that you understand the world and henceforth your business. Okay? I know it sounds a little esoteric, but it's spot on. Believe me, that self-image is the way that we see everything. Go pick up Maxwell Maltz's book, The New Psycho-Cybernetics, and plow through that and you'll know exactly what I'm talking about. So if that's the case, step number one is awareness. How am I thinking about my business? What do I believe? What kind of statements are coming out of my mouth? I mean, when I coach, I have this incredible opportunity to listen to the other side. And what I hear oftentimes is stunning to me. And I know my coaching client has no idea that they just spoke like that about themselves or their business. Their language is very powerful. One of my faves, Gail, and I were going at it the other day, and she sells real high-end property in Palo Alto. And we were talking about walking her through her business in a conscious, aware way. So that's point number two. I was teaching her how to manage, that the business must be managed and why she must consciously manage it. So I gave her the 5 gold stars for the expansion module that she's working on. She is a real growth human being. She has all these people that she's really trying to help, and she really gets up underneath her people, meaning what? When agents come to her to join her in her business, she gives them all of the best stuff and works through it with them. So all the teachings of Napoleon Hill and Michael Gerber and everything that she's ever learned, she shares it with them. And they really are conscious in that. But then I asked her, what about your past client module? We're really supposed to be birthing these raving fans. In other words, after we go from marketing to conversion to closing, are we birthing happy people, raving fans into our past client community? I asked her. And so as soon as she started to say it, subconsciously, the language began to come out. And she said, well, I'm in their face about 4 times a year. And I said, whoa, stop. That's what I do with my clients. Anytime I feel some kind of weird or strong paradigm speaking, it's almost like it's another voice that's speaking and it's coming from somewhere else because it's really not the authentic human I'm working with. And when you listen to her say that, I said, wait. Let me repeat that back to you. You get in their face 4 times a year, I said to her, and I changed my voice like that on purpose because I wanted her to hear how ugly the verbiage sounded versus the wonderful, fabulous language she was using about how she trains her agents. So here we were breaking it down into managed components where we could almost see, and she was laughing with me and just, yeah, why do we do that? I said, because we're programmed. We've been programmed at a subconscious level to behave. And as soon as we call it out, in other words, we bring attention to the fact that this section of your business needs more management. It needs attention. That's the awareness of management opportunities. And then we get defensive because we're like, well, I do this and I'm in their face. And it's almost a guilt trip. It's a confession. You don't need to do that. You just need to be aware. Yeah, geez, you're right. I really have this great growth mindset with my agents and my expansion module, but I don't really seem to have that growth mindset with my past clients. Am I really continuing to follow up with them for life and empower them, teach them how not to fall behind on their maintenance so they don't have this deferred maintenance nightmare when they come to sell, and giving them updates in the market to protect their value so they know what's happening out there, anything to serve them, and then just be their friend and thankful that they did business. It's such a different mindset. And Carol Dweck's book, which by the way, highly recommend this book. So did Bill Gates, so I'm in good company. Carol Dweck wrote this book called Mindset. And she talks about the difference between that fixed mindset and that growth mindset. And that was an example in Gail's case, where in one module, the same human being, Gail, had a fixed mindset. I'm in their face. Whereas the growth mindset was, hey, no, we're going to empower these people and we're going to send them out there and they're going to be bigger versions of themselves. It was very different and obvious. So get down in that subconscious, root it around and listen to yourself. I definitely recommend you get some sort of a mastermind group, a partner, a coach, something. That's not a pitch for me. I'm just saying go disturb what's going on so you become more aware of what you can manage. Now, the next point here is, though, that this sounds all very strategic and black and white as we go down this, but here's where I really think you can put a new, asterisk up next to your North Star. Humanize it. Humanize it, right? See, as you go back through this, that language of I'm in their face, would you want somebody in your face? Is that the way we really want to do business? And this is to all my cold calling friends out there. I love you for your work ethic. You're a bunch of animals like me. That was a positive commentary, by the way. I'm very positive. Meaning, like, we just don't think, we do. That's what an animal does, right? They just do. They go out there and they attack and they just do. But you got to humanize that. It's a problem. Where is the humanity going in small business? We're just so exasperated with how difficult it is to do business that we have to take pause to say, am I acting and treating? Look, it's the golden rule, right? Let's just cut to the chase. Would you really treat people that way? Right? Would you really, if you became conscious of it? No, because you wouldn't want to be treated that way. So that's what it means to humanize the situation. Now, again, that's not easy. I know we're all connected to that. And if you're, non-psychopathic, and you really can empathize, you have the capacity to empathize, we all want to treat each other better because we want to be treated better. That's understandable. But Gail was saying in her struggle, why do we default away from that though? And I'd argue that we try to become comfortable in this fixed mindset of survival. It's fixed. I just need to survive. That's it. Now, that's got nothing to do with growth. Survival is the maintenance of something that is comfortable. I eat today, therefore I am. Think about that for a second. So the thermostatic approach, when you hear, well, why does that agent produce the same amount of deals every year? Because they have a fixed mindset and they've lost touch with that humanity. Why not help more people? Why not expand that beyond, right? Why is it always so selfishly about us to survive? I think that's at the root of this. And I'm not suggesting that there's a clear answer. I'm going back to my first point about awareness. I think if you cheat towards the human first, meaning what? If you will really, really, really give with nothing in return expected, okay? That's a very difficult thing to do. Have you ever given an anonymous gift? It is so hard. Why? Because we want to be loved and we just want them to know we sent it. But try giving an anonymous gift here and there, if not regularly, because it is super empowering and it connects you to humanity, that you just did it because you're a human and you feel for other humans, so you gave. Try that exercise, not necessarily in the context of business, but just anywhere, and get connected to it, because I think it becomes easier to become aware that that person that you're trying to manage around or for, whether it's a buyer, seller, agent, whomever, you're more connected. You can see them again. You're not so transactional. By the way, that leads to the last point here, that this growth mindset in our business has a lot to do with that concept of transactional agent. See, a transactional agent is a term that we need to become aware of, that they're very focused on getting more transactions completed. And I'm all for that piece of growing. I understand that that's a necessity. But if you lead with that, if you really lead with the fact that you have to do X number of transactions when you really get into the thick of the business, I think there's a danger in that. I'm not saying throw it away. I'm just saying consider that you actually might from the very start be contracting with that mindset. It's fixed. It says, I am just about transactions, and it blocks out all that humanity. It blocks out even considering a new and redirected vision and more and new opportunities to manage in a different way, because the digital age is always challenging small business people, and it's opening up new doors left and right. I know it's dizzying, but when you get so fixated on what you're doing transactionally, you begin to not see the shift taking place. And there's no denying that the shift is happening faster than ever before. Okay. So that growth mindset is about being human and giving, and opening that mindset to being open to, hey, maybe what I did even 6 months ago isn't what that human wants me to do for them anymore. Why don't I ask? And why don't I get some constructive criticism about how I'm doing it and learn from that and accept it? Now, I will put a footnote there. I hate constructive criticism. I have forever, but I've come to realize that that's just my own insecurity. That's just the thing that just makes me want to be so right all the time. And I'm just so insecure when it doesn't go there. But as time goes on and you get a little bit more gray around the edges, you begin to accept, hey, I actually need to do the opposite and seek out constructive criticism, consider it, and consider what it means to my direction. Am I off target a little bit? Am I on a fixed mindset? So keep that in mind. Go out there and look for people who will tell you the way that it is. And remember, it's just their opinions. You don't always have to take it, but consider it at least. All right. So let me go back and summarize these points. Number one, become more aware that your business is a manifestation of how you think. Number two, that you must consciously manage those opportunities as they come your way. And remember, underlying all that management, be connected to the humans that you're managing or managing for. And lastly, be very clear that a fixed mindset is very transactional and very closed. And even if it seems like it's growing because you're doing more transactions, you might not be growing at all. You might just be surviving a little bit more. Okay. So the key point here, become more aware of how you are manifesting your business growth. All right, remember that you can take immediate action and get started in the right direction with this growth mindset with our free video course over at freeagentgift.com. Remember, special top producers, don't get fixed on me. Don't close down. Go reconsider the basics. I do it, and I'm one of you as a top producer, and I help all you rookies don't start off on the wrong foot, get a wireframe on what to do. And of course, if you like what you learned here, then we'd appreciate it if you would share these insights with other entrepreneurial real estate agents just like you, so that they can find their way over here to join us and we can create a bigger community. Don't forget to subscribe or follow us on whichever platform you're listening. And of course, a positive review, he said, is always appreciated. We also broadcast our live sales training on Facebook every Friday at 1 p.m. EDT. So remember to like our page so you won't miss the notification. Hey, over there, you know what? There's some real good stuff going on over there. People really trying to fight their way out of that fixed mindset into a growth one. So you want to eavesdrop on that last one we just did. Hey, thanks for listening, and we look forward to helping you in the next episode.
You've been listening to The Realty Classroom with Danny Griffin. Join us next time to continue learning how to build a smarter real estate agent business plan that helps you live a more fulfilled life.